So as we arrive on our mat this morning, again, we'll start seated, stacking through the spine, a nice tall spine, broad through the collarbones, head, chin parallel to the mat. So we're stacking the ears on top of the shoulders on top of the hips. Close down the eyes and allow the palms to face up as they rest on the thighs. And then just come into your breath. Notice the quality of the breath, whether the breath is shallow, breathing into the top of the chest, whether it is smooth or maybe just a little bit rigid. And then just see if you can deepen the breath so it begins to fill the ribs and fill the belly. And exhale the breath to let the body settle here for your practice on the mat. And again, at the beginning of every practice, we ask ourselves, what do we need here on a physical, on a mental, on an emotional level? And whatever that is for you or for me today, let that be your intention. What do I need to receive right here, right now? So that as I center and as I ground and I prepare for my beautiful day, what do I need to take with me off of the mat? And whatever that is for you, draw the hands to the heart, one palm on top of the other. Nice soft shoulders, and breathe that intention in through your nose. Let it fill the palms, the heart space, and let it settle right there as we begin our practice. Deep breath in. Constrict the throat, and we'll all breathe out an Ujjayi breath. The lips are sealed. Let the constriction come into the throat as you let the breath go. One more inhale. And as you exhale again, constrict, find that victorious Ujjayi breath. Set your intention, press your palms into the heart space. And then we'll make our way to all fours. So again, if you've got that towel, use the towel to help pad up the knees. Stacking our joints, shoulders over wrists, palms spread wide, hips right above the center of the knee, not the outside, but just from your hip socket all the way down to the knees. And maybe we tuck the toes under just to get a little bit of stretch through the toe joint. And on your own, just take a couple cat-cows. Wake up the spine, drop that belly. Keep pressing through those palms as you lift the tailbone and as you lift the chest. Exhaling all that air out when you're ready to round and send those shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. And in a mindful movement, just find a couple here on your own. After core class yesterday, I can feel as I come into cow pose, all the muscles stretching in my belly. Couple more, maybe wag the tail side to side, opening up through that side body. And then return to that neutral table, pressing in through the palms, drawing the belly in and up, just like a park bench. We're going to send that right foot long behind us onto the ball of the foot. And then from here, just find that calf stretch. So press the heel away. Maybe you hold the pose. Maybe you make it a little bit more dynamic by just rocking from the tip of the toes, pressing the heel back. So just waking up the calf, the Achilles, the back of the ankle. And if you're taking the dynamic movement, hold now, press that heel away. Again, belly tucks in, your shoulders right over your wrists. Press the heel back and feel the stretch. Then come up onto the tippy toes and reverse that. Bring the top of the foot gently down and press in, getting a nice stretch through the front of the ankle, the top of the foot. Gentle here, very gentle. Then one more time, flip it over and rock back and forth. We're going to come into our modified side plank here. So as you come back up onto the tippy toes, swing that left shin off your mat, drop that right heel down, left hand comes under the face, and we'll just open ourselves up to the right. So torso opens, the chest opens, arm floats up like you could stack the shoulder joints one on top of the other. Gaze can be down. You can let that ear fall to the shoulder, just feeling into the neck. And then we'll extend and we'll take that arm overhead. So reach from the fingers to the heels. Keep those hips in line here. Don't let them sit back. Feel the whole length of the side body. Beautiful. Bring the hand back up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to press off that bottom hand and come to kneel. So press your way up. Good. Both arms up. Right hand's just going to slide down the right thigh as we take a side bend, opening up the left side body. Gaze again can be down at the right hand, or it can be beyond that left shoulder. Just take a full breath into the ribs here. Both arms re-extend up. As they re-extend up, set the seat back just a bit now. So hips draw back towards that heel, igniting that quad, and then press right back up and open up to a cactus. Again, arms go up, hips go back. Nice. Two more on your own. Cactus as you come up and open the chest and shoulders, reaching up and sitting back. And up and open and up and back. And this time when you're back, stay back, bring the hands down, and then just set those hips back a little further. Maybe you come onto the forearms. So just using your breath, the spine is nice and long, the head right in line with the spine. Just set the hips back. Take a full breath here. And then press into the hands. Bring yourself back up and walk the hands forward. Keep the hips back, heart melting pose. Let the chest fall down towards the mat. Keep the spine nice and long and the belly engaged so there's no sag into the spine. Reach through the fingers. Then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take that right hand forward, just maybe a handprint, so that you can slip the left arm underneath the body to reach towards that big right toe. Come down on the side of the temple, the back of the shoulder. And your choice here. You can walk the fingertips forward. You can walk them to the opposite side of the mat to get a deeper rotation. Or you can take a half bind here, using the back of the hand to find a little bit of leverage to rotate that chest open. Full deep breath. And then we'll release. We'll bring that back hand down in a push-up. Press your way up. Both hands now flat on the mat. Take that right leg, swing it behind you. Keep it level with your hip. point the toe. Couple little push-ups here just to build some strength into the shoulders. So elbows stay in. Take the nose down towards the mat as you lift the toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, press your way back up. 3 more on your own. Head comes down, foot floats. Use your breath. Beautiful. Okay. As you come back up, draw the right knee in to meet the left, set it back. Find a child's pose. Maybe the arms come beside the body so you can relax the shoulders here. Maybe make a fist with the hands, bring the knuckles in toward the inner wrist, just to find a stretch there. And we'll move to the other side. So planting the hands underneath the shoulders, come back to that tabletop position. A cat and a cow. Drawing the belly in, finding that park bench, pressing in, fingers wide. Left foot steps back onto the ball of the foot. And again, stretch through that calf. And whether you do a hold, pose, or whether you make it dynamic, flowing from the toes to the heel. Just find what works for you this morning. If you're rocking toe to heel, maybe you feel into the toe joints as well. Notice your breath, gather in your belly. If you're holding your calf, stretch here. Begin to rock yourself, heel to toe. And then once you come back up onto the tippy toes, just gently flip the foot over onto the back of the foot, or the front of the foot, sorry. Again, gently pressing to feel the stretch through that ankle and through the space on the top of your foot. And then roll back and flow heel to toe. And we'll begin to move into our modified plank on this side. So coming back here, set that back heel down, flip the right shin off, right hand underneath the face, and we'll just open up to the left. So nice and easy. Arm might extend, arm might sweep overhead, taking in a full breath into the whole side body, press down through those heels and in through those fingers. We're going to press onto that bottom palm just to rise up to kneel, drawing arms up and finding that side bend. So let the left hand slide down just like a reverse warrior here. Slide down the outer leg as you take the bicep by the ear, elbow back. Gaze again, feel into your neck. Can go down, can go up. It can just gaze out to the horizon. Again, reach through those fingers. And then both arms up to the ceiling, extend, and then set the hips back as you draw the hands forward. Inhale, reach it up. Hips come back in line with that heel and the knee, and then set the hips back again. So using some core strength, using some hip and quad strength here. Notice where you feel it. Taking one more. Then bring the hands down to the mat. Take the deeper version now. Sink those hips back to hover, maybe coming onto your forearms. Use the breath here. It's not a resting pose, very, very active. Deep breath in and out. Returning to our palms, press yourself up. Keep the hips right over the knees. Walk the hands forward. Let the heart melt down. Nice stretch to the soft tissue under the arms. Let the chest relax. Big breath in. Ujjayi. Seal it off. Breath out. Walk the hands back underneath you. Right hand, left hand's going to take a print forward. Right hand's going to slip underneath the body as we find thread the needle on this side. Again, your options are to stay with that hand in push-up. Hand extends to the left corner of the mat. Maybe it walks itself over to the right, so you notice how that changes the rotation of the chest. Maybe the arm extends and you find that half bind. So wherever you are here, notice your breath. Beautiful. We'll come out, hand back to push up by the face. Press your way up. Maybe take that counter. Let the right arm just extend and bring it back down. Both hands underneath the shoulders. Swing the left leg back behind you. Point the toes. Let's take 4 push-ups here. Take the breath. Gather the belly. Lower down. Nose towards the mat. Toes towards the ceiling. Press back up slowly. Take 3 more. And the last one. The left leg will meet the right. Hips go back, flatten out the feet. Let the arms extend beside the body, palms up, round through the shoulders. 3 deep breaths. Beautiful. Now slide the hands back underneath the shoulders. Come back up onto your tabletop. Again, just take a couple cat-cows. And then as we tuck the toes under and lift the hips high, send the hips back as you draw the heels down towards your mat. So finding a downward facing dog position, walk it out. Still your dog. Take those palms, press them away from you so you get the weight out of the wrist. Chest comes closer to the chest. Bring the feet together at the center. Lift the right leg towards the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and open the hip. Take a circle one way and the other. Return, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, core plank. Come to your plank pose, knee bent. Then bring that right knee over to the right wrist as you lower down, finding pigeon. Left leg goes long. Now we've done pigeon 5 or 6 different ways. So if weight on your hips doesn't work, roll onto your back. Take your reclined pigeon, take your seated pigeon. Wherever you are, lift the hips so they're center. If you need your block underneath the right hip, just for some support, put it there so your pelvis is level. Take a breath in, press into your palms, proud pigeon. And then wave your spine forward. Rest your head on a block or your hands. Settle the hips. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. If you want to work a little deeper into that left quad, always the opportunity to bend into that left knee, reach around like we did for our dancer pose. Hold on to the ankle or the top of the foot. Press the foot in to the hand, but draw the heel into the glute. Wherever you are, 2 breaths. Releasing the foot if you haven't. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press your way back to that proud pigeon. Good. Nice stretch, leg. Good job. Good job. Yeah, good job. Wherever you are, you breathe. And as you return to your pigeon, we're going to just shift the weight over towards that right hip so we can swing the left leg around in front and plant it on the outside of the right thigh. So a gentle movement just to bring the leg around and over. Plant the left foot, plant the left toe down, squeeze the shin in so that you can find a nice vertical spine. And let's take a twist to the left. So hugging that left knee in towards that right shoulder. The left hand comes behind us, press into the fingertips to get long, and then take a nice twist. So we let that left hip lift up with us. So maybe you feel a stretch into that piriformis, into the low back. Just notice what's going on that left hip side as you continue to draw the left knee in towards the shoulder. Bring the head around first, release the hold, and we'll take a counter. Both hands to the right, take a bow. Push your way back up, gently release the left foot, swing yourself around, and we're going to come back to downward facing dog. So again, arriving, pedal it out, send those hands like you could press them away from you, chest comes towards the thighs, no weight in the wrist, pedal it out. Then we'll bring both feet together, one leg in the middle of the mat, take a full breath, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, send the heel towards the glute as you open up the hips. Maybe take 3 circles in one direction and the other. And then return to that three-legged dog. Press those hands away. And then core plank. Bend the knee, draw it in towards the chest. And then drop that knee towards that left wrist as you extend the right leg long. Different sides, so take whatever option you need. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Find your proud pigeon. If the weight is shifting, remember you've got a block there you can put under the left hip just to keep the pelvis nice and level. Stretch up and then wave down. So hands rest on stacked palms, on the mat, on a block. Fill the body with breath. Exhale, see where you can release here. What can you let go of? If you want that quad stretch, just bend into the right knee, heel coming back towards the glute. Left arm extends, wraps around, reaches for that foot, flex the foot. Again, press the foot into the hand to find that opening through the top shoulder tip, and then press the heel in just to get that stretch through the quad. Any amount. Full deep breath. A gentle release of that foot if you've got it. We'll bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press your way back to that proud, proud pigeon. Lift the heart. Then sink over to that left hip. All the weight shifts so that you can circle the right leg around and plant the right foot outside of the left thigh. Use the hands to gather that shin in close. Take a nice hug of that knee into the chest so the spine gets nice and long. And then we'll hook the left elbow around the knee. We'll extend the right hand behind us on tented fingers. Press into the fingers so we get nice and long. And then take your rotation to the right. Easy breath as you continue to hug that right knee towards the left shoulder. Again, notice what's going on here. from the low back, wrapping through the glute to the hip. One more breath, nice and tall. Head comes around first. Release shoulders forward, and we'll take that counter right over to the other side. Take a bow. Press back up. Gently release that right foot, extending both legs now, long to the bottom of your mat. We'll flex through the feet, pressing the heels down, flaring the toes. Take an inhale, reaching the arms up, and then take a fold forward. Keep the spine long. Wherever the hands land, hold on to the shins or the ankle or the feet. Draw that chest forward, spine nice and long. We think heart to toes, not head to knee here. Big breath in. And out. Bring the hands flat outside the calves. Take a breath one more time. Lift the heart forward. Then slide those hands towards your hips. Keep sliding them back so that you arrive onto your forearms. Onto your forearms, press into the hands and the forearms. Let the head drop back into the upper trapezius, a nice shelf there. Open up the throat, open up the jaw. And then gently, we're going to just slide onto the back body. Extend the legs to the corners of their mats and let the feet gently fall open. The arms extend away from the body on a diagonal. Palms up to receive what we need to receive. What do we need when we step off our mat today? Gently close down the eyes. Come to your own natural rhythm of breath. Every exhale, dropping the body down to the support of your mats, the support of Mother Earth. Namaste, my friends. Have a safe and wonderful weekend. I'll see you on Monday.